So I'm not going to really enjoy making this video. I'm not someone who enjoys drama or like stirring up drama for entertainment value. In fact, I wouldn't really even call this a drama video, but rather a video informing you guys, the community, of a situation that happened during the Rome 2 Siege tournament, which, by the way, this tournament is doing very well now that we've rooted out the cheaters and it's been fixed. It's going strong. We have a lot of cool and very good unknown teams that are playing very well, which is really exciting. So the tournament is going strong. There will be a semifinals stream and finale stream. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I do feel like, and again, it's like, if I don't care about drama, why am I making this video? Well, I feel like I need to inform you guys of some certain events, recent events that happened, just because you deserve to know. You are a part of the community, and it's pretty big events, and it's not something that can just be ignored or explained in a paragraph. It's something that I kind of have to make a video out of. Now, I don't have any hard feelings against any of these people who cheated. I really don't. If anything, I'm more embarrassed for them because of the way this played out. It was pretty embarrassing. So I'm going to try to approach this video like a journalist, not really show any bias. I will, of course, show some bias in some of my opinion, but I'm going to do my best to not, try to like, and then this guy, he's like this crazy guy, I'm going to explain everything that happened and how we were able to uncover the cheating that they did. Now, this is important also because they didn't just simply cheat in a battle. It's not like they used an exploit during a battle, which they do in this battle, but they do so much more. In fact, they probably had to spend hours scheming and planning for all these different ways they could cheat to try to win this tournament. So that's another reason why it's so important to bring this up. Another reason, the second reason, is that this is a team that I trusted. It's a team that was a part of many of my videos. They were a part of the last tournament, and I am a little, again, I'm embarrassed for them. I'm also kind of disappointed. These are people that I considered trustworthy people, and that's okay. So let me just dive in. I'll explain it. I'm not going to make this too long. I really don't want to milk this or anything, but basically, the team Total Winners blatantly cheated in many different ways to try to get themselves in the finale and to win this tournament, which really puts a bad stain on their integrity in their reputation, because there was also issues with them in the last episode, but there's no evidence. So in the last tournament, there was no evidence. So there was issues of them DCing all the time. In fact, early on, I think the first round of the last tournament, they DC'd when they were getting destroyed, and a lot of people were kind of upset about it, but there's no evidence to say that they for sure just DC'd just to restart the match. And they also DC'd during the finale, which is live streamed. I think I edited out, but if you were there for the live stream, you guys remember that they DC'd. They also were blaming another team for cheating, which now looking back, that did not age well. And that is why I've also decided to strip the title of their championship title from the last tournament and give it to the Hungry Wolves. Not that it really matters, because it's a Rome 2 community tournament. Like, it's just supposed to be fun. It's not like you're winning. It's not like you're playing for $1 million cash pool prize, or something like that. It's a Rome 2 community-driven tournament. And I just know that these guys, and again, I'm not trying to heat this up or trying to make it more juicy, but these guys are very egotistic, and they care very much about their reputation and their status. So ripping away that championship title from them, I think will get to them a little bit. Again, that sounds like I'm trying to stir things up, but it's not. I just, honestly, like, it's not fair. They've shown their true colors, and it's only fair that again, no evidence. I do have evidence that they cheated in this tournament, but there is no evidence that they cheated in the last one, but it doesn't look good for them right now. So that's why, they did so much cheating in this one. I thought it was only fair to take that title away from them and give it to the second place team, which played fairly, which is the Hungry Wolves. So what happened is that, and I'm not going to give out any names either, I don't want you guys harassing any of these people. What is done, and it's over after this video. So please do not go to these people. I'm not going to say their names, but you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out who these people are. Anyways, I trusted a lot of the team captains of the teams in the last tournament. I gathered them up together to form a fair set of rules for this tournament. One of course, the team captains of Total Winners. He actually was very knowledgeable about the game and wanted to be a part of the rule-making process. He was fairly aggressive with his opinions. Again, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. I'm not trying to like put him in a spin it here or anything, but he was very aggressive with his rule sets and very if he disagreed with someone, he would definitely let them know. And in fact, a lot of admins messaged me saying that they believe that this person, the captain of Total Winners, was trying to tailor the rules into his play style, which at the time I thought for a second that could be true, but why would he do that for this little silly tournament or of a Rome 2 community match? It's supposed to be fun. This is why I'm starting it. I want to have fun watching it. I want to have fun recording it, and I want to bring people together. Why would anyone do that? So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Eventually, after butting heads many times, and yes, I butt heads with this person as well, but I respected it. I didn't hate him for it because he was just passionate about certain rule sets, and I genuinely thought he was trying to make a fair set of rules. It's just I didn't agree with him. Eventually, we came to some middle ground, and we have the most fair rules possible. These rules, they're not perfect. The game is not perfect. There's a lot of bugs and exploits in the game. So what happened is that we finally settled on some rules, but unfortunately we had some delays. There was some issues, and it was pushing the tournament back, and the teams were getting antsy. So the person, I'm just going to call him the person, DM'd me and said, hey, do you mind if I just make some quick decisions to make this tournament, get it going? You know, not having to constantly kind of come to you and it just like, I can just make a quick decision. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. At this point, I just didn't care. I just wanted this tournament to start. I didn't think he was going to take that as me saying that you run the show now. I thought it was more of just like, just be quick about it, you know, just come to some quick conclusions. Let's get this going. He then claimed himself head admin. I never said for him to be a head admin. In fact, I actually told someone else to be a head admin, someone who I consider a friend and I trust deeply. But yeah, he kind of put that upon himself. Maybe there was miscommunication. Maybe. I'm not sure. But it kind of shows the kind of how egotistic, that was such an important thing to him, to be head admin, which was kind of interesting. So what happened in the first week of the tournament, they win, Total Winners win their first round. Not surprised, they were a good team. They won. There wasn't any issues, okay, no problems. And week number 2, they lose. They're knocked out of the tournament, which you might be thinking, well, problem solved, right? They're out of the tournament, and I don't even have to kick them out. They were defeated by a team that didn't even cheat. And that's the part where it's kind of embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for them, is that they did all these things to cheat and they still ended up losing. Now, I haven't explained anything yet of what they did for cheating, which I'll do right now. I'm going to explain how it was discovered and how people investigated it. And I did not do this, heads up. I didn't investigate. This is from the community, but they have picture proof, screenshots, and this is not just speculation. There are screenshots to prove that they cheated. Again, I'm not one who likes to jump conclusion and assume people guilty until they're and then prove them innocent. It's the opposite. People are innocent until proven guilty. Now they have enough proof to be, proven guilty. So what happened after they lose, the entire Total Winners team drops out of the Discord. They rage quit out of the tournament and leave the Discord. Not just the tournament Discord, but all Discords. They leave my YouTube Discord. They leave our staff Discord. Basically, we had a Discord where we came together to create the rules. He left that one too. Just completely gone. And I thought that was a little weird because he was crowning himself head admin, and you would think that someone who cares deeply about the tournament would not just abandon it after losing. They would help out and continue to support it. And when I first heard he rage quit, I kind of just assumed he was just really angry. He was really upset that he lost. That's, you know, whatever. Some people are fiery, some people are passionate, and they are kind of sore losers. And he just, again, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything like that, but it is what it is. He left, he rage quit out, and it made a lot of people little concerned. So before they rage quit, and my timeline here is a little off, but what happened after the first week, you are supposed to post your replays so everybody can see them. Total Winners did not post their replays of their first matchup. It was kind of weird. It was kind of suspicious. People ask, and what did they say? No. No one is above the rules. It doesn't matter even if you made the rules, you are not above them. If you're part of the tournament and someone asks for your replay, you have to give them your replay. So one of the community members asked the Total Winners, one of the members for the replay, and this is the message that he received. I won't be giving you, I won't be giving them to you. I've enjoyed being the heel of the Apollo Rome 2 community for long enough now. We have now been immortalized as the best and now live rent-free in the heads of thousands. So, I think this message alone kind of just explains very obviously the kind of egos we're dealing with here. They cared so much about being immortalized as the best that they were willing to cheat this tournament to hold on to their so-called empty crown of, again, I'm trying to be as journalist as I can. Maybe I'm expressing some disgust. I get, you know, I don't know, but I'm doing my best to try to explain the events here unbiased. But that just shows the kind of attitude that we've got here. And the kind of ego that we're dealing with, being immortalized as the best. Now, this is, and when I say this is really embarrassing, it's super embarrassing. It is very embarrassing. If I was them, I would be extremely embarrassed. And I understand why they left every single Total War related Discord, or at least the ones that I'm aware of, because they are just completely embarrassed and they've been caught. So that's not how they got caught, though. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So eventually, they do get the replays. So that's good, right? They get the replays, and they didn't cheat. They didn't cheat in any of the replays at all. And we notice, or when I say we, I mean the community. I didn't notice this. Community members did. But they noticed, again, I don't want to give out their names because I want them protected. They noticed that a certain referee left at the same time as the as the Total Winners. They left at the same time as the Total Winners. Now, that alone is not enough to assume that this ref was a part of the Total Winners team. But there's more. We also find out that this refed most, he was refereeing most of the Total Winner matches. Okay, that's a little bit of a red flag. That's a little bit of concern. You've got a ref who left at the same time. Okay, that's one weird situation. He also refed all of the Total Winner matches. Okay, that's also very weird. People looked into it more, and this ref changed his name on Steam. So you know how you change your name, and then it'll show like also known as, and he's also friends with the Total Winners. So I think that's enough to show that this person was basically in the pocket with the Total Winners. He is their referee. And there's more to why this referee was biased. He was biased because in this match right here that we're watching here, the Total Winners cheat multiple times. They pull units through. So we've got the Kush here, which of course have the powerful Shotel warriors. If later on when they push up here, which we might see in this video, they rush the Shotel warriors, they pull them through a unit, and they start hacking away. And that was their desperate attempt to try to break through the enemy defenses. Well, the fact that the referee disciplined the defending team, which by the way are the honey badgers, he disciplined them for not even breaking a rule, to my understanding. Maybe they did, but they listened, but I'm pretty sure they did not break the rule. But he was called out. Some cav unit was called out for an issue. I don't know, I don't remember exactly, but they were disciplined, but the total winners were not. But I believe what was reported is that they did the pull through thing 5 times. They did a drag and drop. So when you take a unit and drag and drop them behind enemy lines, they did that 5 times, and the ref did not mention anything. So I think there's enough to show that this referee was friends with the total winners. He refereed all their matches, or most of them. He left when they left, and he did not call out the total winners. And he also was friends with the total winners, and he changed his name when he became a ref. Just a little... I think that's enough to show that they had a inside ref trying to help them out during this tournament. So that's number one. That's the first thing. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse. So once we've discovered this, and we're at the point where, okay, total winners, they cheated. They cheated, and they're out of the tournament, so that's kind of like a problem solved. But then people were asking, well, where's that first team that they were facing? Where is that first team? Where did they go? What happened to them? You know, nobody's seen them. You know, they lost the tournament, I guess left. They tried reaching out to them. They're like, hello, are you there? What happened? Well, as people looked into it, the team that they faced in the first week, they all changed their names as well. So these players that changed their names were actually part of the Total Winners. Now, the Total Winners apparently have a Discord. They've got like an esports kind of thing going on where like they got a big group of guys who are under the umbrella of Total Winners. They've taken those guys and changed their names and made a fake team. So, and again, there's screenshots of this. There's proof of this. And I'm not showing it because I don't want to show names. But, you know, I'm not just making this stuff up. They basically took people they trusted that were technically part of the Total Winner esports team, whatever the hell that is, and made a fake team for the first week. And let's not forget, the team leader of the Total Winners was helping set up this tournament. They set up the bracket. They set up the rules. They set up the bracket so in the first week they would take on this fake team. So they beat this fake team, and they move on to the second round. Once they take on a genuine team, they lose. Now, that's pretty embarrassing. It's pretty embarrassing that you had a ref in your pocket, you had a straw team, you know, a straw man team, just set up for you to beat to get you further in the tournament, and then you lose to a no-name team. Which, by the way, they're very good. We have a lot of no-name teams in this one that are extremely good. And a lot of these teams are newer players. And I'm just so happy for them. Like, a lot of these teams were inspired by the last tournament to get the game and play. And now they're kicking butt. They're beating the old dogs. You know, it's awesome. I'm making sure I'm not forgetting any other details to this. But in a nutshell, let me just go over it again. They were part of the tournament creation, which that alone is a lot of responsibility. You have to be fair. You have to make rules that you believe are fair and just for the tournament, for a good tournament. But I think it's, you know, again, I can't say for sure that they purposely made rules in their favor, but that's how it looks. And now that they have a lot of cheating going on around with them, that probably is why. But that's what they did. They set up the bracket, so they faced this fake team, and then once they beat them, and they had a reffing their matches, only one ref that they trusted, reffing their matches, and I even heard rumors of them trying to do a rematch with the team that they lost to in the second round. So when I see a message where one of the members of Total Winners says, "We are now been immortalized as the best and now live rent-free in the heads of thousands." First off, cringe. Okay, the amount of times I've heard rent-free in the heads of thousands is, or rent-free, I'm living rent-free in your head. That is so unoriginal and just one of the stupid internet things. Like, it's just, anyways, besides the point. Cringe. All right, and they are definitely not the best. If anything, it doesn't matter how good you are at a sport, at any kind of competitive thing. If you are a sore loser, and especially if you cheat, you will always be looked down upon. You will always be viewed as just a cheater, like unfair, scummy. You gotta, it's better to be a terrible team, but you lose with class, than be a good team that cheats to a victory. Now, again, I want to stress, I have no evidence that they cheated in the last tournament. Just speculation. They had some very convenient disconnecting so they could restart matches. It doesn't look good, though. It doesn't look good, and that's, again, why I'm stripping them of their title. So I just wanted to keep you guys informed about this. If you guys ever host a tournament, I recommend not allowing these players in because you can't trust them. And again, this is someone that I trusted, and I want to apologize for this too, because, people have kind of told me, like, hey, even in the last tournament, these Total Winners, they kind of give off this cheating vibe, they kind of like were DCing a couple times during very convenient times. I was like, no, we can't assume that. We got to give them the benefit of the doubt. We can't do that. Well, unfortunately, I was bamboozled. I was taken advantage of, and I'm sorry. I should have looked closer. I'm sorry that I wasn't paying attention closer to this. I should have figured something like major red flags when they left the tournament. They left the tournament after losing, even though he considered himself the head admin. Obviously, the head admin doesn't leave a tournament. So what I've learned about this tournament, never. I'm not anybody who's an admin, anybody who's making rules are not allowed to play in the tournament. The reason that is for now is because we need, we're not some major esports group. It's like we need all the help we can get, and if players want to play in it, we should do that. It's like, I trust these guys. I didn't think they were going to try to cheat the system. And that's the other thing that kind of upsets me is that they purposely let in a fake team, and so let me just explain. Not all the teams could make it. Not all the teams. We had 42 teams, give or take. Only 32 could make it into this tournament. So they kicked out a genuine team. All right, they kicked out a genuine team so they could put in their fake straw man team. By the way, they have another team. So they have like an A team, which I love, the A team, right? They're already out of the tournament. They lose. Basically, they lost in the first week because their first week was not. They took on a fake team, but they lost in the first week. Their B team. They have a B team. So they have Total Winners and then Total Winners Academy. They are now going to be investigated, and I'm going to talk to them about what they know. I'm kind of leaning on towards get them out because they're part of that Total War, or not Total War, but Total Winner group. You know what I mean? So, it just sucks. I'm kind of speechless a little bit, but it is what it is. I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. I'm going to wrap it up here. This is the part where he's pulling through units. He does it. See, he's doing it right here. See this? Okay, maybe not right there, but I remember exactly. In fact, let me give a shout out to Ellington. He has a YouTube channel. It's linked down in the video description. He actually he covers this battle. I'm not going to cover it. I don't even want to, well, we got to treat the Total Winners like Rome treating Carthage. Like, you got to salt the fields and just erase their history. We're at that point. Or remember them as just cheaters, as their reputation is forever stained. And I think a part of me wanted to do that, make it clear about these guys because of that message, right? This one message, we are now been immortalized as the best. Who cares? Like, who cares? It's a broken game. It's more casual than competitive. Why do you care? Why do you care? Why can't we just have a fun, somewhat competitive to the best, you know, the best competitiveness as we can for this match? You know what I mean? Like, it's a broken game. There's a lot of issues. It's not fair. It's not a fair game, but it has its moments. So I think that was the biggest inspiration about making this, and also informing you guys, the community, about the situation. I know that it doesn't look good for the tournament, but seriously, guys, the tournament is going strong. All the teams that are left, except for Total War Academy, they're like basically under investigation, but all the other teams are genuine, hardworking, fair teams that are just trying to have a good time and do the best they can in this tournament. We've got some really good teams. I'm super excited to see how this is going to play out in the semifinals and the finale. You know, the fact that they were defeated, like, God, how embarrassing, man. You got a fake ref, you got a fake team, you've tailored the rules to your liking, and you lose in the first week against an unknown team that's here playing by the rules, and you're gonna act like you're the best? I don't think I need to say anymore, but yeah, don't harass these people. It's over. Soon as this video ends, it's done. It's over. We move on, and I'm never allowing these people anywhere near anything I'm working on project-wise. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. That's gonna conclude this video. Again, leave it in the comments. You can talk about the situation in the comments, but try not to talk about it outside of it. Like I said, it's this video and it's over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope, well, is it weird to say I hope you enjoyed this video? It's not. I hated it. I hated that I had to make this video, you know? But thank you guys so much for watching, and if something new comes out of this, I will update you in the comments, but yeah. For now, this is all we know, and this is all we need to know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time on the battlefield.